What is up, everybody? This is the Smokin Sounds Cigar Podcast, the world's second best cigar podcast. Remember, we do not encourage underage smoking. You must be 21 years of age or older to participate in cigars. Also, with that being said, this is Smokin Sounds. We are a fun podcast. And so just like that, we're going to get started with the audio. So let me just make sure this is the right button, Justin. And 3, 2, 1.
What a coincidence.
No.
What a coincidence.
Hold on.
That you and Seth were in a group called The Shield.
See, sometimes you guys at home get to sit through our technical errors.
That's right. anyway. But Shawn, let me throw it over to you. But I will say about Sunbury, if you can get some, again, it's great on your first bowl, but as it goes, just like a fine bourbon, it just gets better as you go with it. Go ahead.
All right. So listen, my smoking report, I want to start with a cigar that Pipe Mike over at the Tobacco Pouch turned me on to. It's from Diesel. I'm not usually a big Diesel guy, but it's their LE for this year through the Backyard Barbecue line. It's the burnt end. Listen, it's a Pennsylvania broadleaf. Man, it's tasty, especially for $8. We also want to mention our good friend Anto over at Espanola Cigars. Man, I have been smoking the Espanola 30th Aniversario Maduro, a fantastic cigar. I love their Corojo as well. But listen, 1996 to 2026, 30 years of Espanola cigars. Hey, we just saw our good friend Mason, Mr. Good Smokes, and he got me the Haze Gray, the Admiral. Man, listen, what a phenomenal Nicaraguan Habano. It's got the Habano wrapper, Nicaraguan binder and filler, medium strength. And guess what? You can get those at Cigar Vault Oakdale off their website. And so, yeah, I guess that's all the cigars I have, Justin. So if you don't have anything else, we'll step out of the Smokin Sounds. Smoking Report brought to you by Cigar Vault Oakdale, Valet Humidity, and HDA Cigars. Make sure you check all those fine people out. And Justin, before we talk about what we just lit up, there's a reason why we have just mentioned Cigar Vault Oakdale, Valet Humidity, and HDA so many times. Do you know why that is?
Well, I have an idea, but I don't want to say wrong.
Okay, well, listen, it is our privilege, our honor, to welcome Cigar Vault Oakdale. If you're on their website, use code Smokin Sounds at checkout.
Yep.
We love Abe from Valet, and you guys know how much we love Zach and Andre from HDA. So they are 3 new partners, sponsors, whatever you want to call them, with Smokin Sounds. We could not be happier to have them. We just lit up the Sentinel that Zach was so gracious enough to send me in the Pipe Yoda. And before we get into that, I will say, and I hope that you guys know this from listening to us as long as you have, we wouldn't just bring anybody on to bring anybody on. We've met Zach and Andre. Hell, we were with them at PCA. We probably got on their nerves a little bit. Abe, we sat down with him at PCA. We got to meet him in person. He's just been a tremendous guy. Norm, that runs the Cigar Vault. These guys are people that we're passionate about. Just like my passion for John Huber and Crowned Heads. So if we were going to bring somebody on that they needed to fit, and I feel like we got 3 sponsors, partners that we're passionate about, and these are people that we genuinely care about. What say you, Pipe Yoda?
Hermanos de Armas, HDA Cigars. They've been so good to us, and Zach and everybody. I tell you what, and again, it's they help out veterans and stuff like that. I mean, it was just hand in glove, kind of a fit there. And again, all this is from PCA. When we went, we started to meet, like he said, we met these guys in person. It's not just, making a phone call or whatever.
Right. And we got to shake hands and kiss babies, as we say.
Mm-hmm.
But we genuinely got to, meet these people. We got to sit down and we had a nice long talk with Abe, and Justin found out that he had on jeans from Post Malone, and Justin couldn't believe it, that we were actually cool enough to meet somebody that had on jeans that Post Malone made. And obviously, we got to meet, we got to have Zach and Andre on, and then we got to meet him at PCA, and then we just got to do an event here in Tulsa. And John Aldi that works with HDA, he has the Beard Apothecary and all that. He sent me some cigars. He's been using the Cigar Vault, so it just felt right, like the right time and the right combination. Obviously, we love Tuber and we love Fort John's Apparel. And again, it all goes back to the second episode when Justin said it's community, not competition. And and that's with this community. It's just like the hat I'm wearing, Howling with Big Al. He sent us some shirts and some T-shirts, and Ivan, Mr. Bad Hombre Cigars, he sent me a really cool, he's got a 3D printer, Justin, and he made me a Moonflower Crowned Heads ball cap cigar holder.
Man.
And it's just so awesome. So guys, make sure you're getting out, supporting these people because that's what this community is all about. So, Justin, let's kind of switch gears. And what say you about the initial? I want you to go first about the Sentinel. I want to hear what your thoughts are. The Sentinel, it's a San Andreas wrapper, Nicaraguan filler and binder, done at the Rojas factory down there in, I believe, Esteli, Nicaragua. So what say you about the Sentinel?
Well, I tell you, it is very flavor forward from your very first puff on it after you get it lit. The aroma is what you would expect from a fine a Nicaraguan cigar. So I'm just really impressed with this. So you guys know where my tastes lie. If you guys know the Cataclysm from HDA, and if you don't, you should. This is definitely out of my HDA favorite. This already is running like side by side with it.
Well, don't get too used to it because this is a limited edition.
Uh-oh.
So once they're gone, they're gone. You guys, you know HDA, you know the Phantom Fury, you know that it's like 1985 trying to get a Cabbage Patch Kid trying to get a Phantom Fury. That's what this Sentinel is going to be about. Real quick, I forgot. Happy birthday to our friend Rob, Sticks at the Shore. He's on the Lounge Life with our brother Big Al. So we want to make sure we say happy birthday to Rob. But Justin, I'm going to break it down to, so this is the second time I've had the Sentinel. Here's how I'm going to explain this to you. Are you ready, Justin?
Okay, I'm ready.
Game changer.
Wow.
I think this, now I know it's a limited edition, and I'm telling you guys, look, usually I'll go, oh man, that's damn good. That's a pretty good cigar. This cigar is a game changer. Now, I will personally admit that I am a huge San Andreas fan, and I think you're kind of getting on that bandwagon too, Papioda.
Yeah, I think so.
This HDA Sentinel, I told Zach, I said, Zach, I'll tell you what, I texted him. I said, Zach, I would love to send you this glowing review with all these fancy words. I said, but this is just a kick-ass, game-changing cigar. I said, it is from the first light up. You get a little spice there, right, Justin?
Yeah, right at the first.
But it is flavor forward, right? And by flavor, I mean like you're smoking a good cigar, right?
Right.
So if you're in Tulsa, Bourbon and Ash is expecting a shipment of Sentinels. I'm telling you, as Justin is my witness, don't sleep on the Sentinel. There are people online already selling out. Lee Franks, Big Puma 22, just texted me. He finally got a box. I mean, it's just these people are trying to find them. And, again, learn from, as Pipe Yoda would say, learn from the past you should. The Phantom Fury, if it taught us anything, it's you got to get while the getting's good. Back to you, Pipe Yoda.
Yeah, exactly. Now, and admittedly, I know it kind of creates market buzz and all that, but yes, that's the only thing. Like, if I were thinking about an undisputed contender, would I think about this one? Yeah. Am I thinking about it? No, because even if it took like the tag team belt or the Intercontinental belt. Well, then when it's gone, it's gone.
It's gone.
So, it would have to vacate the title anyway. So but it's that good, guys. If this were a regular, would it enter that fatal four-way at Money in the Bank? Yeah, it would. It absolutely would, because I like the complexity of flavor, and I like the smoke is nice and oily and heavy.
Yes. It's a dark wrapper. Now, this is a 6x50 Vitola Toro. And guys, I don't know anything that you don't know. Yes, I talked to Zach. I talked to Dre. I talked to Norm, talked to Abe. But Justin, I think this could be a contender. It could be in the core line at HDA. Like, I think this is one that they have to be thinking, damn, this was so good. Rojas just knocked it out of the park. And I know they worked with Lee Marsh from Stolen Thrones.
Right.
This, to me, again, I don't know anything, guys. I'm just a basic knucklehead here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. But to me, you would almost have to think about this might have to be a core line cigar, especially if you're thinking about adding a San Andreas wrapper.
Yeah. Definitely. Now, Yeah, I think so. Now, I was wondering if this would actually, if they're thinking it might compete with my favorite, the Cataclysm, but I think this is kind of the midpoint between Cataclysm and Veiled Mutiny.
See, and I think yes, because I think the Cataclysm has a little bit. I want to say it's Sumatra, but I'm probably not right on that. But it's almost got a little bit more sweeter notes, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
You know, where this is it's all flavor. That was Maddox calling on FaceTime. I should have answered it.
Oh man,
that would have been funny.
Brought him on.
But yeah, so we're smoking the Sentinel, the limited edition. Finally, the Sentinel is here. It's got that kind of purplish blue band from our good friends Zach and Andre, John Aldi, and all of them over at HDA Cigars. Again, we just absolutely love all those guys, and the event was freaking. It was phenomenal. It was a fun event to be at. Lee was here, Mason was here, Pastor Mike was here. You know, everybody was here, and we just had a great time. What do you think?
Oh my gosh, that was such a good time. You know, again, whenever guys, if there's a cigar event coming to your favorite cigar place, you know, the cigar guys, that all the ones that I've met, and I haven't met a ton of them, but different ones. Let me tell you what, if you think it's just go in there and he's just going to talk about cigars and then thank you very much, have a nice day. No, when you go to these events, I mean, again, you might have, this might be your first, say, HDA cigar. This might be your first one. You're still treated as family. They'll talk to you about it, and it's just the event is less like a product showcase and a whole lot more like a family reunion.
Yes.
Even though you've never been there before, the first time. I mean, come on, guys. I mean, see, Shawn, you know, like when we met Lance from Drew Estate. I mean, we knew each other like instantly.
Yes.
You know, all of a sudden he's like,
Mr. Steal our job.
Yeah, he's going to steal our job. You know, when we met Tony from Stallone Cigars.
Hey, and we've been talking with Tony. More Stallone news to come, but keep an eye out on our social medias about Mr. Tony Barrios.
And so, of course, Zach
our brother
from HDA, and it's Daniel from Domain, right?
Yeah, Daniel from Domain, and it's funny because Jay and Steve from the Leaf and Lore podcast, they just had Daniel on, and their episode was over 4 hours long with him.
So, guys, you know,
so check that out.
Yeah,
just make sure you have plenty of time.
Yeah, I tell you what, wow, 4 hours.
Yeah,
man.
but Daniel breaks down some great stuff because we know. Look, Daniel Lance, Michael Herklocks, we know these guys. That we know that they're knowledgeable. We know that I could read me the ingredients on the back of a water bottle, and I'd be happy about it, right? But you guys, look, if you weren't here in Tulsa at the HDA event, this place was like that old rap song, bumper to bumper. The avenue's packed. I tried to get away, but the jack got jacked. You know, you would have thought Robbie Van Winkle was here, but and Justin segued me in perfectly to it. September 10th, 5 p.m. here at Bourbon and Ash. Our man Lance Lewis is going to be here for the Drew Estate event. There's going to be some cool blackened stuff you can get.
Yeah.
Liga Privadas. The cigar that I've been just going nuts on is the Maduro Undercrown. The Undercrown Maduro from Drew Estate. Got to say what's up to our brother from another mother, Mr. Jonathan Drew. What's up, baby? Love that motherfucker. Love Jonathan Drew. He has invited us down to Miami when they get the new place open to come do a Smokin Sounds episode. Hey, look, we hope that happens, but we'll see. So, I again, Sentinel, to me, it's a game changer.
Yeah, so HDA, if you're listening, not that you should at all listen to a couple knuckleheads from Tulsa, but if you are, this would be an outstanding regular cigar. This would I don't know. It would really take over things once people got turned on to this. It's that good. Again, the only thing that keeps it out of the fatal four-way is that
it's an LE.
Yeah, it's because I can't get another one after this one probably.
Well, and you guys know this may not come as a shock to anybody who's listening out there in the Podiverse, but I like a little cigar called the Moonflower. You guys may have heard of it.
You might have heard of that one.
You know, it's a little cigar from our buddy John over at Crowned Heads, and Miguel and Jake and Gio and Brian and Chad. We just love all those guys. Danny, we love all those guys. But, it's like, yes, the Moonflower, I've said it I've probably said it more times than I haven't said it. That's got to be the cigar of the year 2026 for me, right? But in a different lane, like if this was, Too Fast, Too Furious, I think the Sentinel's creeping up on it, dog.
Yeah.
I think again, I don't know how the cigar aficionados or the cigar snobs or the people that actually get paid to rate cigars, not me and Justin. But I don't know if being a limited edition, if that, I don't know how the proper channels go about that. But the only thing keeping this out of being a neck and neck contender with the Moonflower is that it's in a limited edition. Once they're gone, they're gone. So you got to be like me. I already told Josh, when you get your order in, set me back this many. This is how many I want. I still don't think that's going to be enough, guys. I'm telling y'all, don't sleep on the Sentinel because you're going to miss out and you're going to be like, cry me a river. Like Jay Timberlake. So all we're going to be is like in sync telling you bye, bye, bye.
I knew that was coming somehow. I don't know how I knew that. But
Pipe Yoda, you told me you wanted me to get the sounds back in Smokin Sounds.
That's right, man. So, but
listen, let's talk about music for a second, Justin. I don't know if you're a Garth Brooks fan. Are you a Garth Brooks fan, Justin? Mm-hmm. Not just because he's from Yukon, Oklahoma. He used to play Tumbleweeds down in Stillwater. Go Pokes if you're an OSU fan. If not, go Sooners. So Garth Brooks just kicked off his Friends in Low Places tour, right? And his first 2 shows were at Lucas Oil. I think that's where the Colts play football up there in Tony Katz land in Indiana or Indianapolis, right?
Uh-huh.
So videos I've been seeing, man, obviously Garth is always been an entertainer, always will be an entertainer. He's high energy. He's kind of like a third knucklehead, if we were on his level. But this is what has impressed me about Garth Brooks in this tour. His prices for the shows aren't ridiculous, right? Like to go to some shows now to get in a good seating section, you're paying $400 a ticket, right?
Right.
You want to get a T-shirt from Sleep Token? Guess how much you're paying for that T-shirt?
How much?
$55. Guess how much you're paying for a Garth Brooks T-shirt?
What's that?
$30.
Wow.
He's doing it the right way. He's giving back to his fans by not trying to overcharge them. And I really appreciate the hell of it. And it's like it's all throwback. He's doing Thunder Rolls. He's doing the river. He's down at the beaches of Cheyenne. He's doing all that stuff. And it's just all the videos I've seen. Garth Brooks is out there killing it.
Man, I tell you, well, and and because he has always been such a master showman.
Yes.
Like he even from his earliest days, they say that he just had an instinct for that. And speaking of pricing, so WWE, you could learn something from them, because their ticket prices are still going up.
Yes.
And so
and that just seems to be the culture, if you will, right now, that everything's rising. Gas is rising. Only thing that's not is the price you're paying for the world's second best cigar podcast.
That's right.
We're still free, baby.
That's right.
But yeah, just I didn't want to forget to, we talked about when it's just me and you, we always like to try to put the sounds back in Smokin Sounds. So
and speaking of that, I do have we do have something coming up with a lot of you longtime listeners. You will, of course, know Paige Turner. She and somebody else is coming up with a special surprise for Smokin Sounds. I mean, I know what it is, but
don't tell me.
Special surprise for all of our listeners. And I'm not sure exactly when that is going to be. We will definitely let you know. But speaking of getting the sounds back in Smokin Sounds.
Listen, Justin, you'd mentioned something on the way here, so I thought we better let's kick on over here, because you said you had a special segment you would like to premiere.
Live long and prosper. So
this isn't the Pipe Yoda music.
Well, still, it's spacey. So I want to talk about I'm just like when I'm out on the back porch smoking a pipe mainly, or a nice cigar, you think about things. And so I've been thinking about some of the ways that we've been lied to, and the reason why the music up a little bit.
Okay.
You can't even hear it.
Yeah, this Pipe Yoda segment is brought to you by Sirius XM. Find Busted Open on channel 157.
It's 56.
Oh, damn. Hey, that's pretty good for off the top of my head.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll start with a couple of short ones here. So one of the ways you've been lied to is, they say aspartame in, let's say, Diet Pepsi or Diet Coke is,
I'm drinking a zero sugar Dr. Pepper, so no aspartame there, Justin.
No, it's that is actually a Splenda.
Oh,
So it's you're good. So they say it causes cancer, and guys, it does. So that's not the lie, but the part they forgot to kind of mention was to get enough aspartame in your system to worry about a cancer risk, you'll have to drink 80 cans of Diet Pepsi per day. So
I'm pretty close to that.
So now and I posted stuff on my personal page about like the data centers, and how much water they use and all that. And everyone said, and the amount of electricity they're going to be using. So the part they kind of forgot to mention was that only 1.5, if you take all the data centers, in the United States, they only use 1.5% of all the electricity used in the entire United States. So if there was 100 gigawatts, they're using like,
we're going back to the future.
What's a gigawatt? So and as for the water, yes, the data centers use a ton of water, for the AI and all that. But
so, not to interrupt you, but I am interrupting you, Pipe Yoda. So from what I understand, the reason they use that much water is because they have servers that set in water so they don't overheat.
Right, because they do get so hot. And so, yeah, they're using a ton of water. And they do. And so people worry about the water. Well, basically, golf courses, if you take all the golf courses in the United States, they use like 5 times the amount of water that the data centers use. If you look at people watering their lawns, it's about 10 times amount of water that are used in data centers. I have no idea what this music is, so what I'm saying is that, see, you've been lied to about, they use up all the water, they're using up all the electricity and stuff like that. What is projected, what it's going to need to refuel, to recharge electric cars will be almost 10 times what the data centers will need, say by 2030. Electric cars, no one's protesting them. Oh, and by the way, speaking of data centers, if you say, these AI data centers or so, listen, guys, remember that remember we used to put everything up in the cloud? We have iCloud and we have, cloud servers. Guess what all of those are? Every one of those are data centers. It's the same thing, same server collectors and all that kind of stuff. Some of it's that's now used for AI. So again, it's a lie that you believe because it's basically they just kind of withheld some of it for clickbait and for scare tactics. But here's the part. Hey, Shawn, find me some more space
sorry,
music.
Justin. If you're watching at home, they see I've been doing a photo shoot. I've been taking a bunch of pictures while he was talking. So because I don't know what's going on. Maybe Star Wars or something. See, guys, this is live. This is Star Trek's greatest hits, by the way.
Wow. Okay.
Keep talking, buddy. I'm on it.
Now, here's the big one I want to talk about. This is why we find the space music and stuff. There we go. So we will never conquer the galaxy. We will never travel from planet to planet like they do on Star Trek. And so here's my example. So let's just think about going to Mars. So to go to Mars, when the orbits align, when Mars is closest to us, the trip takes 9 months. So that's 9 months. And then when you get to Mars, you have to wait another like 2.5 years to come back. And that trip takes 9 months back. So now, guys, what am I saying? So when you go to Mars, you have to take enough oxygen for essentially 3 years. You have to take enough water for 3 years, enough fuel to get you there and back. and you know how heavy fuel is. So at our current rates of fuel usage, I mean, you can just imagine the tonnage of fuel that you have to drag along with you just to get back. Enough water, enough food, enough air, enough medical supplies, and then somewhere to live and all that. And this is just to go to Mars. And there's gravity issue. The Mars is about 1/10 the gravity of Earth. So that affects our bones, our heart. And then the trip back would be in almost, that kind of zero gravity. So that's going to affect us too. And then what do we do when we get there? Well, we just sort of set up camp and wait to come home and take dirt samples. People think that Mars is like just across the way. It's like, we went to the moon and let's go to Mars. And now, if you're going to say, well, this current fuel thing, we'll warp drive or we'll do hyperspace. Well, you can't go faster than speed of light. And even if you could go 1/10 of the speed of light, say you went just 1/10 of it, 10% as fast as speed of light. When you hit space dust, it'll hit your ship like a several megaton nuclear bomb. All those dust particles, boom, 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 as you're running into them. You can't see them, but you run into them at that speed. Your shielding would have to be enormous, and again, that's costing you even more fuel. Now, if you say, well, we can warp space, like I said, well, it's estimated to do that kind of warp, create a warp bubble, and just skip across space, would take the energy of like 1,000 suns.
Wow.
Compressed in the size of, this room. So what I'm saying is that all these shows about we fly to let's fly to Andromeda, and then we're going to fly over to the Klingon Empire, and we're going to guys, that's another lie you've been told, because it sells action figures, it sells movie tickets, but it is science fantasy, not science fiction. Oh, and just a brief one here. Aliens have never landed on Earth. Here's why. Because of a theory called dark forest theory. There was a book in the late 90s called Dark Forest. So if you're in a dark forest, no light, you're just in a dark forest, you hear people up ahead of you. They're speaking a language you don't know. You don't know how many there are. Guess what? Guess what you do? You remain quiet, because you don't know what they're about, and they don't know what you're about. And you don't run out there and say, hey, guys, welcome to my forest, and so that's why we don't get any radio signals from space. And that's why most likely aliens have never been here, because remember all that I was talking about, how far space was and like how difficult it is. Guess what? The aliens have the same issue that we do. Physics is physics.
Gas is high.
Gas is high. And you got to carry a ton of it. And they have the same energy problem. So again, I know we're kind of nerding out here and all that. And you might say, well, the aliens would come from a different dimension. They can just skip the space travel. Those come dimension. Well, think of it this way. As dimensions are different, if you went to let's say we went to a dimension that only had 2 dimensions, not 3. So there would be a flatlander, right? So we go to flatlander. The moment we appear there, our lungs get crushed and our bones all break because we cannot survive. So if there's no way to know what the other dimensions are like, so why would you go dimension to dimension because you're going to appear in one that's so different from yours. It might be 8-dimension world, and then you'll just be torn apart. So no interdimensional play there. Anyway, these are just some of the ways that you've been sold a bill of goods, and this is what I think about, especially after my 3rd or 4th bourbon on the back porch with a good cigar. Definitely. So you guys, leave comments if I'm wrong about that. If you think, oh well, no, we can do hyperspace. We can do Jedi Force or whatever.
That's only you, Pipe Yoda.
Your science fantasy notwithstanding. So I just kind of wanted to talk about something different on here. We do wrestling, we do music, we do cigars and stuff like that. I just wanted to kind of throw out something to the Potiverse that, now should that make us kind of depressed, like, oh, we're never going to space or whatever? Well, maybe so, a little bit, but also it, you also appreciate what you have here, and you start taking care of more of what you got right here in front of you. So anyway,
so that's been The More You Know by the Pipe Yoda, brought to you by Busted Open, Sirius XM channel 56. 156. And oh, hey, by the way, Larry, Mr. Ash the Big Wolf, and his beautiful wife down there in Florida. Hey, go ahead and start the memes, baby. I already see the Pipe Yoda and alien memes, because guess what? After all that, the Pipe Yoda is still going to tell you zombies are real.
Well, now those are real. But yeah. So, but anyway, just
and not just the Cranberry song.
Oh yeah. Oh, and did you ever hear that Lone Wolves, the remake of that?
I haven't, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it was worse than the original. To be honest with you. But yeah, but again, see, that's the beauty of these like cigar lounges or even the back porch or whatever. You got a good cigar. It gives you time to kind of contemplate the things. And if I could, I'd look up at the stars and wonder what they are and all that kind of stuff. But
and if you guys remember that song from the 90s, that they were talking about the Pipe Yoda. He's out back counting stars. Do you remember that song from Hum?
Is that, what is it?
It's Hum, Stars.
Oh.
She thinks she missed the train to Mars. She's out back counting stars.
Oh my gosh. Wow. I was actually thinking about something by Blind Melon, but no, you're right. No, you're exactly right.
You know, another song I heard the other day from early 90s, and you may not even, I don't even remember the name of the band, but the name of the song was Disneyland. It says, I just flipped off President George. I'm going to Disneyland. I'll have to look for it here in a second, see if I can find it. But
and we see some of this stuff. We might just end up on our pages. We'll give you a little link so you can go listen to it or whatever.
We may have to make a whole The More You Know with the Pipe Yoda playlist.
Oh my gosh, man! Yeah, like with Star Trek and Star Wars stuff, and like may have a playlist include like alien sound effects, like "Take me to your leader" and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, man, it's. Yeah, again, and then it's late summer, things are really, really kind of mellow out. Although right now it's really starting to heat up. So Shawn, I'm just going to put you on the spot. So you guys out there, I just heard about a new monster to be afraid of. I don't have any children myself, so I don't have this, but apparently there's a new breed of monster to be, and that's known as the cheer mom.
Yes. Oh my God.
So guys, if your girls are in cheer, you're going to relate to this. So Shawn, those of us who aren't aware, we haven't encountered a cheer mom yet. What should we expect?
Well, so if you guys will rewind back to when we were on the episode with John Huber from Crowned Heads, we talked about how his wife is doing, his daughter's doing cheer for the first time this year. So me and my wife, so cheer moms are great people, but they are very scary in the fact that you become a very yes ma'am person real quick. They're like, practice starts at 5:45. You could be one of those people that are always fashionably late. When it comes to dealing with a cheer mom, now all of a sudden you're 15 minutes early.
Wow.
Let's see.
Now generally so if my kid's in cheer, about how many times am I going to meet these cheer moms a week?
We see them 3 times a week and then games on Saturday.
Wow. So they have 3 practices and then they go to the game on Saturday.
Yes.
Yep. So she, Miss Emery's is she 6th grade?
Yes, she is in 6th grade.
Okay. So they go to support like the junior high team.
No, they have a sixth grade football team that they cheer for.
Oh, okay. Well, if she sticks with it, pretty soon you'll be under Friday Night Lights.
Oh man. maybe.
But so guys, of course, school's getting back started and everything's starting to, ramp up. College football starts in 2 weeks?
I think so.
And then the NFL starts in like 3 weeks.
Now preseason has already started, right?
Yeah.
This is that song I was talking about. It's by Dada, and it's spelled D-I-Z-Z, then K-N-E-E, Land.
Huh, Disneyland. So we're kind of jam on the groove here.
That's right. We're bringing the sounds back to Smokin Sounds, baby.
I just went away from home. Now I'm going to Disneyland.
You've changed, man. It used to be about the music.
That's right.
My car again. Now I'm going to Disneyland.
That one, and then I'm going to pull up another one here and see if you remember this one too, Justin. But
okay, is this like going to be like name that tune in like 5 notes?
Yes, it's like can you beat Shazam?
Now he'll tell you if this were 80s.
See if you remember this one. This is Super Drag, Sucked Out. You'll know it when he hits the hook.
104.5 The Edge.
101.1 K ABS.
The Zoo.
That's right. Hey, Josh, I'm going to turn out the music down just a little bit. Josh just walked over, so I might have you slide your mic over to him, and we'll ask him a couple of questions here. I know we've got there's so much new stuff going on here at Bourbon and Ash Cigar Lounge, 61st and Sheridan, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Make sure you're getting over here. We talked about the Drew Estate event, Josh. Tell our listeners some of the new stuff that has showed up in the humidor.
So we got our first order of Dunbartons, which are doing really well so far. Pretty excited about that. Boxes are so big, though, it's a pain in the butt in the door. But that's not my issue.
Yeah.
But like great packaging. They're doing really well. I've sold probably 5 of those today already. And we just filled an order for AJ Fernandez coming to the humidor. We just did our first order. We've got probably, I can't remember how many, like 18 facings coming with that. So I'm really excited about that one. They've got a Brasilia that I'm super stoked to try. I like the CAO has a Brasilia that I really love, and I have a feeling this one's going to be really good as well.
I'll tell you, in the AJ Fernandez line, the one that I cannot get enough of is the Maduro, the Bellis Artis. I don't know if that's in the New World line. I know it's an AJ Fernandez, but it's such a good cigar.
It's not in the order one. I think I have 2 coming. It's either there's one of them I got mostly the Toro and Robusto. It's always good to start with those, and if somebody asks for different sizes stuff. Yeah. But I'm pretty sure we got 2 different sizes of that coming.
Nice.
Like I said, I just got done with the order, so. And we've got a couple other things. I don't want to quite announce them yet, but we are growing is all I can say is got a lot of new brands coming in. Right now we've already outgrown our humidor. So we had to bring some stuff outside that we'll rotate in and out. And of course, HDAs should be here.
Hey,
I keep saying it'll be today, and it wasn't today.
Did you light up the Sentinel?
What
do you think?
It's good. I mean, like I said, I love the smell. I mean, all their cigar. I had a guy come in the other day that just had it's all our favorites, is the Veiled Mutiny. And he was like, man, he goes, I just grabbed this for the heck of it. And he goes, this is a hell of a cigar.
Yes.
And I was like, I couldn't wait till I keep telling everybody they'll be here. I just don't know when.
So I know that we and Justin were just talking about, so this is their 2026 limited edition. It's a San Andreas. It's their first one out of the Rojas factory. But to me, and again, we don't know anything that anybody else doesn't know, but if I'm Zach and Andre, this cigar, to me, it's a game changer.
Yeah.
I almost would say I have to think about, does this make core line material? I think it does. I think this could be a core line cigar, but it's a limited edition. If you're in Tulsa, hell, if you're close to Tulsa, Josh is going to hang here at Bourbon and Ash. I promise you want to get over here ASAP. I know your guys are going to post it when they hit the humidor. I'm telling you, run as fast as you can to get these Sentinels because they will not last long.
Yeah, well, I was watching, I can't remember where it was at. I think it may be somewhere, it's a place in Texas, and they got theirs in, and he had said that I think he got 10 boxes as well, and he was down to 3.
Yeah.
3 and some change on, because we'll probably have one so people can buy like singles, but the rest we'd like, obviously move boxes as fast as possible. But I think they're going to go pretty quick. And
this to me, Justin, and I'll kind of swing my mic over here so you can. This to me is a box cigar. What do you think?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I definitely think if you were going to buy a box of one. So Josh, let me ask you real quick, so people can hear me ask you. Your initial impression of the cigar. What do you immediately think to pair with it? What just hits your mind as a boom right there?
Oh, this is a whiskey neat for sure. I mean, like I said, you got to have something with a little punch to it. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I love Maker's Mark, but I mean, you put anything in there. But like I said, this is a good, like maybe like a high proof, a bourbon would go great with this.
So speaking of that, do you have is there anything new in the bourbon or drink line that our listeners should be aware of when they come through Tulsa?
Yeah, we got, I'd actually never even heard of it, and then asked all my little bourbon nerds. It's called Little Book. It's a Jim Beam. It's kind of one of its, they're blended. I'd never heard of it before, and then I started reading about it, and I'm like, oh, there aren't very many of these. So we actually got 2 bottles of that, because right now as we were ramping up, believe it or not, when it's been 100 degrees for, seems like 10 months in a row.
Oh, yeah.
Winter's coming up, so that's when the bourbon starts going. Some people will try even like lighter cigars. We'll go into a little bit heavier cigars. It's just part of the season. You got so many great, like Oktoberfest, you get those rich beers that go great with cigars. So that's when you're really going to get allocations. And I have this, like I said, I think I've said it on here before, but the bourbon allocations this year are going to be outrageous. We already got a CYPB. We got a case of the, the Full Proof from Weller. And I just have a feeling this year we're going to get a lot. It's going to be a good time.
Oh, go ahead.
And I was going to say, just real quick, Justin, I'll swing the mic back over to you. But I was fortunate enough to come out the other night. Josh was gracious enough to host Jake Horsehide, the Horsehide historian. We had his 50th birthday party here at the Bourbon and Ash. But my wife drank the New Story Brewing. Is it the Mexican Lager?
Mexican Lager.
And
yes.
She said that was a fantastic beer.
Yeah.
And I know Justin had it when we did the Casa Carrillo event. We were smoking some Casa Carrillos, and Justin, you had that beer from New Story. So
oh yeah, and it went so well. And yeah, definitely like a Guinness stout I think would go with the cigar like the Sentinel here. Yeah, you definitely need something. Although now a lot of people will tell me you get the big, full flavored cigar like this one. A lot of people will start talking about brandy. Are you a brandy fan, Josh?
I have not. I've had it a couple of times. It's just not my thing. It's kind of like, I don't know. It's just I just like bourbons better. But you'll even hear people, which I think, and everybody's taste is different. You'll hear people that, beer and cigars don't go together. I completely disagree with that.
Oh, I do too.
Like you said, when you just said that, I'm like, you know what? I just started this cigar. I might have to go get me a Guinness, because a nice Guinness and a cigar, I mean, and like perfect. I said, Spot and Oktoberfest, stuff like that are just real full of flavor. Just to me, you can accentuate a cigar, not just with, your traditional liquors or.
Now, my only thing I would say about this flavor, and this is just my opinion, with the Sentinel, I don't taste a pairing with coffee with this one. Somehow coffee just doesn't seem like it would, even if it's like Cafe Bustelo. They need to send me a t-shirt, Cafe Bustelo. But I don't see that with this cigar somehow.
If I'm doing coffee, I'm usually doing something, like I said, that Sobremesa Brulee, that to me is, a morning little Robusto, a nice creamy cigar with coffee. I don't really want to. I wouldn't go hardcore with a coffee pretty much anytime with a kind of a heavier cigar.
Well, this is breaking news, Pipe Yoda. The Sentinel goes exceptionally well. Target, you can now get cold brew Cafe Bustelo. I was just telling John at Crown Heads about it.
Oh no!
And the Moonflower, the Sentinel, both went perfect with original cold brew Cafe Bustelo.
Wow. Okay. I tell you what, you know, and I think I mentioned this last episode, but I don't care. That I used to sneer at like cold, like who wants cold coffee? I'm old school. I need my coffee hot. Well, Paige Turner got me to try one of those iced coffee things at like Quick Trip. You know, you pull that big thing down and you put over ice and it, you know, darn man, it was good. And so I'm changing my tune on like cold brew coffee and stuff like that. I got to tell you.
Well, listen, and you brought up Paige Turner, so I've got to mention something real quick, and then we'll let Josh kind of finish up here. But listen, so you know Emery does her Glamoury Nails, where she's making she designs nail sets and stuff like that. So Paige Turner had put in a couple of orders, and she said, "All right, well, I'd like a red set." And Emery was like, "Well, ask her what a theme she would like." And I said, "Paige," I said, "we need a theme," and her theme, sexy date night. And then she immediately texts me right back and she goes, "That's going on the podcast, isn't it?" I said, "Oh, hell yeah, it is." So there you go, Paige. So Josh, we've got Drew Estate coming up September 10th, 5 p.m. That Lance is going to be here, going to have some black and stuff. A lot of great stuff with Drew Estate. You're going to have the Ligas if you don't already have them.
They should be here. That's probably what's holding up. UPS likes to stack orders, so they deliver at one time. So I'll probably get like 3 different things at one time, probably tomorrow or Wednesday. There's 2 more things that I could announce.
Okay, hey.
Do it.
One thing I'd really like is it took 3 or 4 months, but the Padron 60th will be here.
Ooh.
That's a nice little expensive cigar, but for a special occasion or whatever, that's coming. I'm super excited about that one. Padron's been so good to us. And I guess I'll let Shawn announce the other cigar that we're getting ready to bring in.
I think if it's the one I'm thinking of, guys.
What could it be?
Listen, you guys know I've got a loving relationship with this brand. They make a little cigar. You may have heard me talk about it. You may have seen me post about it. I may have smoked 5 or 6 boxes of them. The Moonflower, I think. So I think we're going to have Crowned Heads, and hopefully we're going to have the Tennessee Waltz. That will be the official location, Bourbon and Ash, to get the Tennessee Waltz. Guys, again, don't sleep on them. Get over here. They will move fast. So when you see Josh posting these cigars are in, stop what you're doing and head over here to Bourbon and Ash, because these cigars won't last long. Let me get the mic over there to you.
I say stop what you're doing, because I'm about to ruin the image and the style that you're used to.
He almost made it to he once got busy in a Burger King bathroom. You set yourself up for that one, Justin.
Yeah, I guess I did.
All right. So that's my walk off, and you guys enjoy the rest of the podcast.
Well, hey, thanks for giving us some breaking news. So listen, if you are sitting at home right now and you're going, what? Yes, you heard it right. AJ Fernandez is going to be at Bourbon and Ash. The special Padron's going to be here. The Sentinel, who I've smoked this thing down, so it's almost about I need my Wood and Waters pick, Justin, that I always forget.
I know. See, I know. I say that almost every episode, and I never bring it. I need to be better about that to get my, what is it, your 1150?
1150 Wood and Waters pick. And don't forget about the other great. We got Perdomo here. We've got all the Drew Estate you could want. West Tampa Red is here. The Rick, the Chef Rick is here. Bourbon and Ash has got you covered. They've got HDA. Shop local. If you can't find it here at Bourbon and Ash, get on the Cigar Vault Oakdale's website and order you some Valet Humidity Packs along with some HDA cigars.
And don't forget, when you buy them,
put them in your.
You want to put them in your tuber storage. It blocks all the air out and keeps them fresh until you're ready to go. And also, don't forget about the P20 or the P40 that keeps your pouches fresh and ready to go.
So when you're ready to hit that upper decky,
yeah, man,
you're more than ready.
So exactly, man. And so we just everything's just getting started. It's been a long, hot summer, and it still is hot, but everything's getting started. And so we just couldn't be more excited. I'm waiting for the Dia de los Muertos to come back out. And watch, it's probably like sitting in there right now. I could have been buying some.
Hey, listen, I'm glad you took that one, Justin, because we already know what would have happened if I would have said that.
But that's from Deadwood Girls, and so definitely, the times are changing, and it's going to be good. And we are definitely we're just getting started with so much stuff coming down the road here, and we just this is just kind of what we do.
That's what we do while we're doing it. So, well, Justin, again, final thoughts on this Sentinel from our good friends Zach and Andre over HDA Cigars.
Okay, I had to get a drink there.
Uh-oh.
All right, so now as I come down to the as I come down to the kind of the final third of this, the spice has kind of backed away, and some of the other more intricate flavors are coming through. Smoke is still nice and heavy, and what I like. Now, I don't think this one will put you on your keister.
Not at all.
And but
Not at all.
But definitely. Now, I will say this: make sure though that you're ready to sit down and enjoy this full. I would say medium to full.
Medium to full. It's very flavorful. It's very flavorful from the get. And this is one you're going to want to have some time. You don't need a long time, but you're going to want to sit down and enjoy. I mean, you guys can see, and I've been taking pictures, so you'll be able to see. I mean, this is Nub City at its best. And I'm like thinking to myself, I'm like, should I light up another one? And then I think to myself, nope, you can't, because you don't have any more.
Yeah, and so definitely, again, when you see them, at your local brick and mortar, or if you see these online from the Sentinel from HDA, Hermanos de Armas.
Again, thank you for taking that one.
So now, if by chance they happen to be sold out, Shawn will recommend the Veiled Mutiny.
Yes.
And I will recommend the Cataclysm. In whatever Vitola you like.
And the Descending Shadows. They're all great.
Yeah. Now, my very first HDA cigar was the Cataclysm. So that's kind of the impression I have. And that's what really got me started with HDA. And just been a big fan. And by the way, their swag is awesome.
Damn, dude, it's like you read my mind. I was just about to say, if you like the hat, but Justin, you got to see the Sentinel shirt that HDA has on their website. Oh man, it's so cool. They probably already sold out of them, but yeah, their swag is on point, right? You got the HDA hat and shirt on. Yeah, so if you have a chance, and when that, sometimes they have it at events or it'll be made available online, definitely jump on it. Again, just quality all the way around. And I'm right, the veteran-owned company. Yep. So, just Dre and Zach both are veterans, and again, they do some great things. They've got other new cigars coming out that we'll give them the invite. We're gonna have Tony Breas on again, like I said. Talk about. I know the Pipe Yoda's gonna pick his brain about the pipe tobacco.
Oh, I'm so there. When that comes out, it's on, and I'm looking forward to the Nelson it's been slightly delayed.
Yes.
Remember we talked about the Bucephalus back in the day, and how
February
man, see, that seems like forever ago.
I know.
Now.
We were just with Tony in February.
It's wow.
Videos are on YouTube if you want to see those.
So that one went away, but then it's going to be replaced by the Lord Nelson, or the Nelson.
The Nelson, yeah.
And
after George Washington's war horse.
Yeah. So we are definitely looking forward to that. And when that comes, yeah, definitely we will have that for you and get that evaluated for you. And again, it's just. As we've mentioned on it, when we did this podcast, and this is what, like episode 82?
This will be episode 82. Yes.
Okay. So back in the day when we were doing this, we actually had people who would say, you guys are going to run out of stuff to talk about. I mean, and we're and guys, believe me, we are nowhere close.
Hell, we did a full episode just on the drive over here to Bourbon and Ash.
Yeah, we were just talking about stuff, and I was talking about space travel and all that, and all that, And no, I haven't been pre-gaming. This is me sober.
That's right. And David from Totally 80s and 90s Recall just texted me. Their episode out tomorrow on Totally 80s and 90s Recall is going to be 80s hair metal. And that takes us back to when we had the Hot 80s Blonde and My Beautiful Wife on. Remember, that was like episode 7 or something like that.
Concert Smoke.
Concert Smoke.
Yeah.
That far back, man. Can you believe it?
And you heard, and hey,
that's when he was cracking all them natty daddies.
And tune in because you'll find out when it's stiffy time.
Oh yes, that's right. I completely forgot all about that. Well, Justin, my cigar is out. The tunes are slowing down. Anything we forgot? Oh, I did want to say, if you have any other kind of questions or things, there is a YouTube exclusive on our YouTube channel with Zach from the HDA event here in Tulsa. And I don't want to forget to, obviously this has just been us episode. Me and Justin, we always love to just kind of give you guys one where it's just us. But again, thank you so much to our past guests. We had, Law Ream from Camacho, John Huber from Crowned Heads, JP from Boveda. We just did SummerSlam with him. We had Rob from Tradecraft. We had Tyler from smokingpipes.com. So thank you to everyone. And we've got a whole new list of people that are going to be coming. Believe it or not, Justin, people want to come on Smokin Sounds, and we appreciate that so much.
I to this day, I'm like, why would you want to come on with us? But hey, what we lack in talent, we more than make up with enthusiasm and as always, folks, a guaranteed human.
That's
no AI here.
Maybe on some of our posts, but I'm always honest about those. And again, I would be kicking myself in the butt if I didn't again thank my beautiful wife, Jessica, for Dirty Birch Media making our website. Something really cool just happened because of the website. You guys will hear about that closer to first week of September, but we actually were able to book a special guest, and they're going to be joining us, all because they found us on smokingsoundspod.com.
Exactly. So now you want to give out your daughter's website?
Yeah,
for the nails?
Glamoury Nails. If you have a daughter that would like some nails, Emery's got glamourynails.com. You can kind of cruise the styles that she has on there, or if you have a special request like sexy date night from Paige Turner, I think I'm going to get my nails done, but they're going to say NWO for life. That's right.
So
dude, and if he does that, don't think you won't see him on the podcast.
Oh my gosh, man. So what's that?
GLAMERY nails.com.
Okay. So
powered by Dirty Birch Media.
Powered by Dirty Birch Media.
Hey, listen, try saying that 3 times fast.
So that's just she's doing that. You've heard I work for food. She said I'll work for cheer money.
That's right.
So that's what this is all about.
Squishy money. She's trying to get Nito and squishy money. If you've got a daughter or a son that's into the squishies and Nitos, you know exactly what we're talking about.
And hey, did you see that even WWE has squishies?
Yeah, I just sent John Huber a Hulk Hogan one.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. I sent him a cool hat that Gilroy Designs, the artist that made for us with the flames and Smokin Sounds. I sent him that hat, sent his daughter some squishies and Nitos, and sent him a Hulk Hogan squishy.
Wow. So that's, you never know. You might start him collecting.
That's right. Well, at least if he's having a stressful day, he'll say, "Oh yeah, brother," and he'll have something to take it out on.
So, yeah. So, this is just, I love this kind of episode. This is how we started out. I can remember sitting in the Carho Lounge.
That's right.
Doing our Blackened episode. By the way, guys, you should go back and listen to that.
That was a good episode.
It was like our second one. And then later on, you'll hear Thanksgiving one where we put Adam through a table.
That's right.
Stuff like that. And so, it wasn't always about YouTube. It wasn't always about that. It was about the music and the smokes.
Hey, and especially if you're going to be planning on being out here at Bourbon and Ash for the Drew Estate event, definitely go back and listen to that Blackened episode, because not only did we smoke the M81, we paired it with that fabulous blackened whiskey.
Whiskey
that Justin has. I don't know if he still has it because, but it was again, coming from a non-drinker, the blackened M81 is a fantastic cigar. You take that cigar and pair it with the blackened whiskey, it takes that cigar to a whole nother dimension.
Oh yeah.
You see what I did there, Pipe Yoda?
Oh yeah.
Whole another dimension.
Yeah, and and you can enter that dimension without your lungs collapsing and all that, and your bones breaking, because it's a good place to be. It's
That's
the
right.
blackened dimension. So no worries there. Again, just so football season's coming up. Again, 2 weeks until the Sooners take the field, and then 3 weeks until the NFL starts. Preseason is well underway.
Looks like your boy's going to be back under center, Patrick Mahomes.
Oh yeah, I mean there was a lot of concern about that, particularly at the end of last year. So
now, did you see what's their field goal kicker? He hit a 69-yard field goal in that preseason game the other day.
yeah, too bad it doesn't count.
Right, but that's still, man.
Still, I
He
mean,
must have been pissed off at somebody to get that.
see, I can remember, and we're not really going to do too much football, but I can remember when a 50-yard field goal was like, wow, why are they even trying that? That's almost impossible, blah, blah, blah. And now 50 just seems like, okay, that's a chip shot.
Right.
So definitely things have been, improving in that area. So again, this is our favorite time of year. It starts to cool down. Football starts to heat up. The wrestling is going to, of course, it stays heated up. And then good cigars and hopefully plenty of pizza and all that. So definitely. By the way, again, I'll just remind everybody: if you come to Bourbon and Ash, one of the things I love watching football here, and this is why. So a lot of your sports bars, even a lot of they'll have the game on, but they'll have the music on, and they keep the volume of the game turned down. Well, Josh is a football fan. Okay, yep. So the music gets shut off, and normally I don't like that, but the music gets shut off, and the game, you actually hear the game, all the TVs around, so you actually get to experience the game, not just,
brother.
Not just a video. So if you're ever around Tulsa, or if you're in this area, come to Bourbon and Ash to watch the game. He always posts like, hey, Dallas is playing tonight, or Green Bay and the Bears are playing tonight, or whoever, and then you'll actually come and experience the game. And so I just love that. I could just sit here all day, and a lot of Saturdays he'll bring in vendors like with food and stuff. Like there was one guy, there was like a barbecue plate you could get for like $20.
Ooh.
And so man, I would sit here and have barbecue and just smoke cigar after cigar and watch the game. Oh yeah, I mean, a better Saturday you could have not.
That's right. And I know that they've had like guys out here doing like crawfish boils. If that's your thing, it's not me and Justin's, but if that's your thing, Bourbon and Ash is the place to be. Yeah, listen, come for the crawfish, but stay for the good cigars and drinks and the pipe Yoda, because he'll be posted up at the bar.
Enjoy it, you will.
That's right. If you hear someone going boomer, you know exactly who that is.
Oh yeah, and then and half the time it's like I can't even really see the TV, so they've already switched to another game. But that don't stop me from going boomer.
They're like, Justin, this is Ole Miss.
Yeah.
You're going, go Rebels, or whatever Ole Miss is. I think that's what they are.
Running Rebels.
Running Rebels. That's right. There's a lot of things. I'm glad I don't really have like a certain specific NFL team, because there's a lot of guys I like to watch. I like watching Jackson Dart at the Giants. I like watching Drake May at the Patriots. So hopefully we'll start getting some of that Boston type weather here shortly, because
oh my gosh, 62
these dog days of summers are about to wear me out, bro.
Oh man, I tell you what, it is brutal. But again, it just, when it does cool down, you just enjoy it all the more. And again, you light without darkness you can have not.
That's right.
And
and we'll be back at the Carho Lounge, guys. We'll be able to get back to the Eagles Herf and to the Carho Lounge, get you some episodes from there. Again, special happy shout-out birthday to Rob from Sticks at the Shore and the Lounge Life. Make sure, again, you're supporting this community, the Leaf and Lore podcast, the Lounge Life podcast, Down to Herf guys, the Real Smoke guys. Just support the community, because the community supports us, and we just love each and every one of you.
Oh, and big shout out, speaking of that, big shout out to Fort John's Apparel.
That's right.
I just got my shirt the other day, it says, community, and then in the middle it says, not a competition.
Did you ever think that something you said on this silly little podcast would wind up on a t-shirt?
Oh my God.
Other than the Burger King bathroom.
and I didn't even say that.
Oh yeah, I did.
But yeah, we love you guys at Four Johns. Definitely, guys, check those out. We'll have our links are there, so you can go get some of our merch, and
Yeah.
you know, just kind of do that thing you do, and you know, we just again, you know, we could just sit here and smoke and do this. And guys, listen, if there were no mics here, and if there were no any of that, Shawn, we'd be sitting here just doing this same
That's
thing.
exactly right. Exactly like when we were driving over here. And,
Yep.
and remember, guys, if you're on Cigar Vault in Oakdale, Smokin Sounds, that's going to get you your discount code there. For John's Apparel Tuber, Smokin 15. That's going to be your discount there. We just want to be able to pass along any savings we can. And don't forget to jump on Valet Humidity. Man, these little humidity packs are absolutely fantastic. You don't need them in the tuber, but doesn't mean you don't need them in your other Cigar Bro humidors or anything like that. Nice little propylene glycol and stuff in there. I think I'm saying that right,
Yes.
Turner. But yeah, don't want to forget, and don't forget about the Sentinel. Look, this is all I have left is the band. The Sentinel from HDA Cigars. Justin's nubbed it down to his fingertips too.
I'm hitting all the way down this again. Pick up the Sentinel, but again, if you check out their other lines, Descending Shadows, Veiled Mutiny, Cataclysm, those are some of their standard ones.
Yes.
And again, they're just fantastic cigars. Really, even the lighter ones are full of flavor and full of cigarly goodness.
That's right.
So you know. We just do what we can.
That's right. And another guy that I don't want to forget mentioning, Chris, we had just an awesome time running into him at PCA. He owns Valor Cigar Accessories. You guys keep seeing me play with this little switchblade V cutter here. That is a Valor cigar cutter. He's got lighters, cigar cutters, anything you need. Again, just something I'm passionate about, a product that works, a product that I love, Valor Cigar Accessories. So,
oh yeah.
Well, Justin, what else you got, brother?
Well, I think we're good. The cigar is finally out, and again, just I want to send a special shout out to Grind's coffee pouches. You know, guys, we've been big Grind fans. Again, Grind's, listen, bring back the Black Ops Wintergreen.
Yes,
that's what I need. More Black Ops Wintergreen. Of course, Grinds are nicotine-free, tobacco-free pouches. That Shawn uses like every day.
That's right. Get the red line. That'll get you going.
Oh yeah, the red eye or
that'll put a little junk in your trunk.
Yeah, it's like what is it, 100 milligrams of caffeine per
yeah, it's like it's 80 to 100 milligrams. Listen, again, you know, I was handing them out to PCA. You know, I'm like, you like coffee and cigars? Try a Grind's coffee pouch. You don't even have to get into all the different flavors and stuff, but the red line, it's awesome, man, and you're gonna love it.
Now,
you can even put it in the upper decky.
And now I'm gonna try to get some of that iced coffee Cafe Bustelo for the next episode, so I can give you guys a report on that. I'm gonna try to do that, and I can't believe I'm even saying that. Iced coffee was just never my thing until recently. Thank you, Paige Turner. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Paige. Well, Justin, I guess we're going to go out. Again, special thanks to James and all the guys in Severmind for letting us play some of their music. This song is called Revive. It's kind of been our go-to song here, and we're probably going to keep using it just because we love it. But that's a wrap on this episode of Smokin Sounds. Hey, listen, again, hit us at smokinsoundspod.com, powered by Dirty Birds Media. And listen, we're going to find us wherever you find podcasts. And when you do, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a beat or a draw. Hey, leave us a 5-star review. That just helps others find the podcast. So listen, Smokomaniacs, thank you again to the Cigar Vault Oakdale, HDA Cigars, and Valet Humidity Packs, and Tuber and Four Johns for entrusting this silly little podcast out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. But so until next time, keep those cigars lit, those pipes packed, and the sounds smoking.
Oh, and the pouches decked.
Woo! It's too sweet. All right, we got it. Hour and 13.
Perfect.
Woo!
That's perfect.